I think it was,
Hora.
was it CSA?
Where, yeah.
They were like, nah, we're not going to get hot dropped in the final game. No chance. And they actually changed their drop spot without telling anybody. And they did end up almost getting hot dropped there, so they avoided that. So could we see something similar from Yangon? I'm wondering. It's not going to be anybody in the top 5, though. 100% not going to be.
I mean, the thing is, you have Zaki available. GMX is not here anymore. If you want to play it ultra safe, just avoid an early fight skirmish, Zaki could be an option, which is, I didn't think I would ever say that.
Yeah, I'd hate that. That's not what I want to hear, Max.
Yeah, but same rotation path, right? It's nearby.
Exactly.
Great. It would make sense.
So.
Drop on Everest. No, maybe not. That's even worse. But actually,
pull an RPG where there's no weapons when you drop. Yeah, great. Yeah,
actually, we were looking at the second page of the leaderboards. You were talking about Falcons that, again, increasing your rankings, you could get an extra bit of money.
Yeah.
Of course, here now it's match point. We are in Smash Zone. Yangon Galacticos is the one team to currently breach across that. The question on my mind is, how will they play it out? It is very, very high likely that they have never been in this position before. Will they keep their cool? It's time to go to the commentators here for our next Erangel of the day.
A position they've never been in before is a sentence that can describe so much about this team. But all they have been doing is playing to their strengths, pushing further for placements, for eliminations, for the pride of their own home nation. This team has shown that age and experience does not matter. All that counts is what you bring to the grand stage here live at the PMWC. And blank, Yangon Galacticos have been delivering in droves. With the Smash rule now in effect, they have the opportunity to walk away as not only the victor of this game, but the victor and new champion of this entire tournament.
So let's shatter, let's smash here on Sunday over towards Erangel match 3 of the day, 137. We're above the marker now from Severny down towards Primos. We're getting into it. We're getting loud in the arena. Alpha Gaming watching as Yangon Galacticos gets further and further ahead towards the horizon. This is their chance. This is their moment on a map that they are known for.
It was great heads-up decision-making in the prior game with how they split off into 2 duos, maximized eliminations to get themselves over that threshold. But now we'll see how they play when that Smash rule's in effect. If things start to change, if other teams target them, or if they're able to play their own game. And of course, if some of our other squads can take them down early, build for themselves, as there is a few challengers nipping at their heels.
This is where you got to solidify the knees, no weakness allowed. The nerves need to be cut short. And you need to be solid on this battleground. The adrenaline must be pumping. They got to keep it quiet, keep it calm. Like you say, play their game, play their style. Out on the edge, and certainly will be living on the edge for Yangon Galacticos. Over towards South George at the moment, a very, very central circle. It's anyone's game, but Yangon Galacticos have set their sights on it.
Zeroed in and ready to take that chicken dinner. But it all comes down to the action in the lobby. We'll keep you updated with how it develops here.
Issue is, Romeo's pulling a classic here, starting out in Ruins. They revealed that position though, to one team in particular. That was Regnum Karya from yesterday. This might not have the same effects as Yangon Galacticos are hoping for, especially if Regnum pulls out early and will look over towards Romeo, take him down, leaving Yangon on just the 3. It's a nice position for Romeo to have. It's a good anchor for the team to fold over towards, but it is known.
That's the interesting talking point, right? Obviously from yesterday's set of games when they rotated through Ruins and Romeo bided his time until it was one final player. I believe it was Loxy that was the last man to go through. He took shots at him, so like you say, they're aware of this. It wouldn't catch them off entirely.
Weibo Gaming, another team trying to catch up right now. APG not over the match point just yet at 119 points. Still shy by 11. Weibo much further behind, 23 points required, so probably a chicken dinner and a fair few elims to make that one happen. But at this stage of the game, with only one team on Smash ruling, is where things get a little bit more spicy, where teams might even just try and dogpile on Yangon. They're elusive. They're in the night, in the shadows. They're hard to find a lot of times. Great team when it comes to hide and seek. And a lot of teams will be seeking. And we just got the countdown down to 0 here on our match 3.
For Power today, seeking fights has been something they are no strangers to whatsoever. Feels like they have been throwing carnage at so many teams and causing issues for some of our top squads. And that very central position right now up against some other teams that love an early scrap. We'll see if they can find an opportunity. For Joker, maybe there's an opportunity just over this ridge, down on his belly right now, looking for the sight line with the Org to play with.
6x as well, so he's got the distance, he's got the range. Cloud sends out, leaving just one player behind. Smile already rotated back across to Romeo. Mernat's still looting, but might just be a casualty for Yangon. Finally gets in the buggy, and by the time Joker is moving out, he may just be long Yangon.
Saved by the bell. They didn't even realize was ringing. Mernat's rotate will keep him at play. He can link up with the rest of the squad, and the advanced position from Romeo has not been forced out either. So they can link back up with a loop to play with. Look at how many teams are bustling towards one another as well. A lot of squads that love those fights. Alter Ego, no strangers as well, to throw in their hat into the middle.
Longshin Red Force, a little bit of a wild card inside of this circle. Never sure when they're about to strike, when they're about to send a blazing wide swing at you. A real haymaker of a team is that squad. When they come a knocking, you better be ready to open that door, or at least bar it shut.
And the barricade would be preferable. How Nonshin have been playing. I'll throw the C4 on the door, and anyone in the building won't be breathing no more if you give an opportunity to Doxy. Vinny and Tizzy as well have been a very lethal duo, and lethality is shown here from Hora. The first punch is thrown out. Hyunbin gets an opportunity to strike back versus the Falcons again as well.
An aggressive rollout here from DRX over towards Pachinki early, and I don't think the Falcons were quite prepped for it. A lot of times people just leave them alone inside of Pachinki, but with points being so close to one another and big jumps meaning big money, you'll take the advantage from wherever you can, especially on the last day where this is the penultimate Erangel match that we have for ourselves. You're going to pull out all the stops going forward. See Yangon on our screens, the picture in picture. You can see how focused these players are.
I think that's been the interesting thing, right? You know, we were talking about the reaction times way back at the start of the day today, but just the laser focus you see from the body language, that human element of PUBG Mobile, this team have looked like they are here to play. They've been limiting mistakes, focused up mechanically and with communication. That's what's setting them further away. That's what's bringing that skill ceiling higher and higher.
Slightly weird one, because the way the circle sits at the moment, it does force Yangon into a different style of gameplay, where usually they would be out on the edge here, but the circle favors them, so they have to play something a little bit more different. hold their angles on the side. They know E-Arena plays over towards the western area of crates, so they'll have to be prepared for when that team starts to push on in, and they're not in the most defensible positions, playing out in the fields. No compound found as of yet. Heading over towards Zone 2 in just 30 seconds now, which will define the main playing area of the game.
It was fitting, obviously, the Joker was the man that was looking for an opening knock over onto Yangon with the trap that E-Arena had sprung upon them in the previous matchup. So we'll see if they're out to attempt to upset and get revenge here on their rotation.
All right, we got a game on our hands here. Yangon Galacticos get a little bit of that spicy circle look that they have been known for in this playoffs. They've had 2 chicken dinners a day averaging. There's no reason why that statistic should go up or down, but we're expecting at least 1 today. But will it come soon enough to shut this one down early? Have to wait for that. Murnat finding Ralph on the rotate. Falcons now down to 2, and Yangon further solidify their position out in the open.
Playing against Murnat must be so frustrating as well. Feels like he's always buzzing around, stinging at all these squads in the lobby. Quick reaction times. It's been hard to hold him back. And immediately Falcons realize we don't want to mess with the beast.
Yeah, the boys on Yangon obviously playing out here. There's been no opportunity for more loot, so absolutely dropping that smoke to secure some more of that utility on side. Here's APG down towards the southern edge around the hay bales. Chasing over towards Nongshim Red Force. APG probably one of the only other aggressive teams to match Nongshim Red Force. T24 finding Koa, and Falcons again now down to just 1.
Topsy-turvy day for 4-5s. And a couple of uncontested eliminations there will at least get them perked up into this game. Weibo on screens. Suk, a human explosive bow that has been ripping and tearing. This is again another talented squad that we've got here. Obviously 3rd place right now, 105 points to play with for them.
Weibo went fairly central on this one, almost immediately. Was not really stopped at all on this push either. A lot of other teams concerned with their placement, with their points. It's a hidden blessing, really, where most teams are just looking to get towards that end game because they know that even 3 or 4 placement points could be the difference between tens of thousands of dollars here at the PMWC. So Weibo was able to send in towards that center area of the map with little to no contest.
Potential for that might change though, with teams looking to steal away some of these superior positions. It's the arena that slowly move forward. Of course, just Redux that's left for Falcons as well. That's Solo, the only one that remains alive.
Circle about to shrink. See where it heads. If it heads back over towards Ruins, Yangon Galacticos know roughly that position is okay to play in. They may just send back that way, but it's Regnum Karya moving out from Sunken down towards the southwest, which might be a deadly team to come up against. The Talks sending directly from that south side, as are DRX, and it starts to get a little bit crowded inside of this circle here, Jackie.
Space is at a premium. Shoulder to shoulder gameplay between these squads. Origo taking pot shots over towards Alpha. Meanwhile, Regnum Karya on the drive-by, seeing power all on top of one another. And Doc out on his own, a little bit of backup now to play with. The buddy system in effect. They take the opening shots towards power and have them pinned.
Team Secret able to get across from the rivers on that north side, down towards Ruins. A bad play there. APG taking down Krypton from Alter Ego. Not quite flushed out just yet, though, and this is a freeway engagement between teams that are not out of the circle yet. There's a shot from Redox over towards Wild, in fact. And Frankie will happily pick up that elimination, dropping Regnum Karya down to 3 on a rollout from Sunken, which, to be honest, they had a lot of real estate to work with.
I didn't expect Falcons to still be flapping their wings on this one. They knock Regnum Karya off kilter. They suffer because of it. Oh, Reefus with 7 nades in the backpack, and they are so closely grouped. A big nade on target. Al-Haji will not be happy with that one as his legs get blown away. And they've still got more to follow up with.
It's a massive nade coming through from APG, but no follow-up just yet. They know how crowded this zone is. Another shot from Zyol over towards Alter Ego in Rosemary. Zyol will return back to the rest of the squad here. Alter Ego not finding a very fun marker over in this match as they attempt to come through on that eastern side. Longshin Red Force down towards the southwest side of Gatka at the moment in the fields. Yangon Galacticos currently holding a, let's say, a 2-2 split at the moment. Players down towards the south side watching the roads. Romeo inside a compound on the north. Looks like they are going to regroup on top of it now, though, as Loxy starts to get a little bit closer over towards Power.
Danger close at the minute. Nades on top. Again, the follow-up explosions are good to try and restrict Power. But that one does more than just chip damage. The whole roster getting hit heavy by the mortar strike from Alpha. And even Loxy realizes he wants nothing to deal with this. Tries to get away whilst they crash in to clean up onto the down squad. Shots are clean.
Even Maxman would agree that some of the arcs on those nades were better than arcs from One Piece. Unfortunately, APG fall fairly quickly afterwards as Regnum Karya continue to put on the pain. They're going to try and get themselves back up on their feet. A bit of triage coming through from Reefus.
It's Murnat that had the quick intuition to make the backstab here as well. It's a good tag, bit of an opening knock to give them some room to play with, but do they want to run the risk of over-egging the pudding on this one? Letting the infighting continue between Regnum Karya and Alpha. It only benefits them at the minute.
Yangon Galacticos can cleanly clear out both teams in Regnum Karya and APG. It's a massive result for them. Moana even getting involved alongside with Alva from Alter Ego, who are still up and kicking, and a massive long-range shot over towards Loxy makes Regnum Karya all the more uncomfortable, and another nade over the top will do the justice from APG.
Good stealaways from Moana, but Alpha, even with this trial and tribulation of a fight that they've had going on for quite some time, they're able to keep all 4 players alive, and you can see that they're taking the fight to these other squads now. The DRX pulling up. Oh, Maria arrives and instantly hits from the sidelines. Goodbye, Reefus.
Top now in an uncomfortable position. Murnat could even peek over the top, but looks like he's going to send back up towards the rest of the team, realizing that things are about to look not so pretty on the eastern side of the map.
Nades on target. Good connections here. Softening up DRX. It's been huge from Alpha, but they're about to be crashed on up close and personal. If they can handle DRX, they could push themselves up towards that match point. Enter the smash zone alongside Yangon. Doc, good with the moves. Hits the first, but look who's here. It's Murnat peeking in over the ridge, looking to clean up on this one. As DRX go down, they are handled by Alpha, but the nades are still rolling on through.
And APG will hit match point on this game, prepping themselves for the next if Yangon cannot finish this one out. Nades over the top, it's a long one over towards top, and it hits pretty.
Murnat is looking magical with these nades. making Alpha disappear before his eyes, and now he wants to split them in half like a bad magician. Pushes up with Big Papa Pump, unloads, but it's a miss. Uncomfortable as they lose a player. One goes down. Mernat removed, but Yangon live on.
Mernat, who had been such a force in this game, to lose him off what felt like a botched engagement. Not able even to pull the trigger. We saw the reticle over the top of top. Dear, dear me.
Yangon instantly on the move. Rotation from fight to fight. Hearts must be pounding in their chests right now. It's T24. The four Fribes representative trapped just apart from the Alter Ego duo and that last man, Redox, that's been causing curveballs for some of our teams here as a solo.
Yeah, Redox just does not slow down inside of Ruins. The area around him broken and fragmented. Redox's spirit unharmed. Romeo, another nade over the top to T24, and it is on target. Surprisingly, somehow T24 is able to sidestep it, or at least side crawl it.
I am shocked that he's been able to stay alive off the back of that one. Looked like it was a hell of a slam dunk from Yangon. T24 keeps his head clean, tucks down, tries to stay out of dodge with Redox. Similarly, just slowly crawling around, trying to find some semblance of cover to work with. Still good amounts of utility to work with, though, over on the side of Yangon. He casts another nade back in, and more chip damage follows through.
Weibo, 105 points at the moment, 4 players alive. One of the big hitters here over in the playoffs. They needed a big chicken dinner on this one if they want to get themselves over towards match point. No elims yet. Means it might be quite difficult. It's 13 eliminations, I believe, that they'd need on this game.
There is never a second where Yangon are not looking for the next opportunity to fight. Oh my, Fire Flux. Seems like the fire's going to be going out off the damage done from Yangon, but they at least reply for a single knock back onto them. It's Saycloud with very little HP to play with here. He goes down. They lose another man, down to just the duo now. Romeo and Smile is all that remains for the team.
Trying to clear out as much of this southeast side. I think they understood that as soon as they took down APG, they lost one of their key players in Mernat. Looking for some more eliminations on this game. It will be hard to win this one with just the 2 players. Weibo looking so formidable down towards that south side, not to mention Thunder Talks and E-Arena still living at large. Sighting goes down to Feeder's players.
Feeder being able to put the Bazone to good use. A bit of a push-up on the reshuffle round here, still looking to confirm onto T24. Obviously, his position was compromised quite some time ago. Smile could lose his teeth off the back of that, and there's other squads that could dive onto you the second they see weakness here.
Smile's got to move forward, man. Drops the smokes. The Blues pushing him in. Shots coming through, I imagine, from Alter Ego, currently still in Ruins. Keeping Yangon on just the one. Will finally take down Redox. Just 1 man alive now in Romeo. Not a love story on this game. There's been plenty of bouts between these teams. Zyol, 6 elims on this match. I mean, Alpha Gaming put up a real result here.
Alpha on the move up. T24 can have a position to actually backstab onto that, cause some issues, and that's when you could still take the fight if you're Romeo in a spot like this. And remember, it's not just about trying to close it out with the smash rule. You could still just look to gain additional points for the side, make the differential even further. They could just win it on the long con. Even if it goes all the way to game 6, as long as they're in that top spot, they're going to be happy and walk away crowned.
Yeah, the big thing here is that Yangon just really hasn't changed up their play style, and Yangon will go out No chance at a chicken dinner, a surprise one at that with the one player as we play on. For Weibo, they're looking for as many points as possible. A truly gigantic game needed, but they're in good position to make it happen.
You saw the frustration as well, how focused Romeo was. The slam of the fist down onto the desk, but the brawl in the lobby continues. Alva could not withstand the might of T24. 4 thrives, even when it's just a solo, they cause issues. Ida being hit heavy as well, thinning the herd now.
The arena looking up. Weibo took a big hit there up towards He. Not quite down just yet though, but he's on life support. Weibo trying to control this ridge side. Arena do not have to move as of yet though, but it's Weibo who would love to control this ground.
How good this team's looked. Late circle with them having good manpower, 4 of them still being alive. There's so much that could be done. You get the replay here of the takedown onto Romeo. It was a nice nade from Moana that blew him out of the runnings of ending it right here, right now. So the fight continues. And on our very screens, it's Horror that are being pushed in by Thundertalks. Quick peeks, more damage done. Jiggle out of commission. Sleepy hit from the side of the arena. Sky looking to handle it all on his lonesome now.
Sky hitting some good shots, but it's the arena looking down this way. 18 bullets in the M4. Not a lot of ammunition to take this game further for E-Arena. A nade goes through. Sky's not done yet. But AJ finally put him down there. 4 Thundertalks down to 2 players. 1 player could be res back up again, but E-Arena keep peeking.
I know there's chances. Seeing if they can grab onto this. Quick peeks in, trying to keep their focus on either side though, with the rotation in for the backline of Weibo. We got Sook scouting out in the vehicle to get a read on the lay of the land as well, but not overextending too far. He can still get back to the squad.
Unfortunately, for Weibo now, there is just not enough players in the lobby to even get the eliminations that they need to hit a match point. So a good game from Weibo to catch up, but you're still opening the door now for APG and Yangon in that next game. But I respect that Weibo was more looking here for a strong game. They didn't over-egg the pudding. They didn't push too far out. They're just trying to catch up. And this is a difficult scenario a lot of teams get themselves into, is to play scared, to play under pressure and make mistakes in these final moments. But Weibo's playing it calm. They know that even a podium finish is fantastic for them here in the playoffs.
And it's no guarantee, even with those 2 teams being in the smash zone, that they will just end it early. So for Weibo, walking away with another chicken dinner and getting as close to the margin as possible, it would be unreal to set them up for an opportunity to be another horse in that race.
It's absolutely time for this team. Tourniquet continuing to send shots, ringing down towards E-Arena's position to get further towards this endgame. Team Secret been very quiet over towards the castle, but they'll have to leave those ramparts soon.
Undertalks in the arena, that's been what's taking so much of the attention, but for Weibo, is it finally time to go? They've got the vehicles to work with. Focus back over from Joker. He's a man that's done so much time and time again for this team. He's got backup and the nades are raining over. Chip damage in from Order, looking for the prime on the follow-ups as well. Mormon got to cast further back, find any kind of cover to play with here, top himself up. Order taking a bit of chip damage of his own though. Low at the minute, hops in the vehicle, playing with his mates.
Team Secret send the soldiers out the drawbridge. But let's see if Weibo can draw this fight to an end, or will it be E-Arena standing tall over the top? A lot of damage going through. 33Z has to back this off. Sakura just trying to give that information back, but Team Secret gets ever closer to Weibo. Sook's able to run down T24. Sakura's directly in the sightlines. What is this?
Oh, Sakura! He saw the opportunity to crash with the bonnet and shut down Order, but the damage is coming back from Sook, up close and personal. They go for the commit, but it doesn't work how they wanted it to. It's fragmented Ivor squad, yes, but no one's walked away the winner yet.
Weibo needs to quickly get back up on their feet. They're healing right now. Order being dropped back up into position. Sook makes a quick swing by, a drift, but it is Tourniquet to stay alive. 2 nades that could be dastardly, and Team Secret yet to make a mark on this engagement.
So closely grouped, the difference of that nade being on target could be incredibly influential for him. 1 left to play with. They're starting to spread themselves out. Good decision making. Pulls out the primary. Bullets down range. Connections are clean. But 33Z tries to zip back in from the side.
A fight on 2 fronts, but now Team Secret has to take the fight over towards Thundertalks, who have stormed the castle.
And the siege looks good so far. But the problem is, Secret clash back. The Thunder is gone, and Weibo is here, trying to keep this intensity going whilst they know that Secret are weakened, and they are finding what they need.
Inside the church, the bars on the window, a prison cell for Team Secret as more bullets rain through. Tourniquet, the final player now here for E-Arena, but Weibo looking to finish strong.
Inches away from another chicken dinner, and Order looks to command respect, runs in with the DBS, fires out the shots, the paranoia kicking in, and E-Arena are going down as Weibo stands strong in the lobby and in the arena. This team is back for blood and proving that they've still got the fight in them.
Weibo, once again, what a win from them. They are not giving up today. It has been a gigantic performance from them, and they are catching up. These teams in the front better breathe heavy right now, because they need to get a move on.
The eruption from this team, the knock-on effect of the crowd going wild. The support is here in droves. The fans at home will be ecstatic with this result, but it is the first step. More to be done for them, Blank. They are close, but there are teams that are even closer. The intensity keeps on building. Do not go anywhere as the action reaches its climax.